Good day, everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Star Trek Online. My name is Ubaglo, and with me once again is...
Megalomaniac. Hello, Internet.
Good day. So, last time we showed off the new stuff for the summer event,
Mm-hmm.
and this time we're going to go back to Foundry missions and see the conclusion of Trident.
We're getting called back from vacation for this.
Yeah, well, pretty much.
Do you hate when that happens?
Yeah.
It's like you're doing something. You're on vacation. Like, hey, yeah, I know you're on vacation, but we got this problem. We kind of messed everything up, and it's all on fire unless you come in.
Pretty much.
It's probably more serious for you than for me.
Alright, so looks like before we begin, we could totally just get a recap of what happened last time. You know what? I'll just very quickly look through these.
You should make them just watch our episode on it.
Yeah.
Be better. It is cool they give you that option, though.
Yeah.
But really,
Mhm.
who goes and plays a part 2 when they haven't played part 1?
It could just be that, like, part 2 took a while to come out.
That's true.
So,
I guess
like,
that's fair.
I guess kind of one semi-annoying thing when it comes to, like, what we do is it doesn't list any like publishing dates on these missions, so it's hard for us to know a lot of orders or a lot of like
Yeah,
how old
like
something
timing.
is, the timings. Like, even I kind of wish that they had original publishing dates and like update dates,
That
like
would be
last
helpful.
updated on. That would have been pretty nice for a lot of these missions.
There would be a lot of nice features to Foundry search engines, really, but
Yeah, like just in general, the Foundry search needs some pretty dramatic improvement. It is not very good.
it's not, launch Super Mario Maker levels of bad, but kind of bad.
Yeah. Especially since the Foundry is great. Like, people do some really cool stuff with the Foundry. It is an incredibly powerful tool, but man, for something that Cryptic is hanging their hat on as a major feature of the game, it barely gets the support it really needs.
Yeah. I wonder how much of that is just engine based and how much is time, lack
Yeah.
of time and resources.
Yeah, I don't know. Just don't know. It's a shame,
Oh,
though.
well. Yeah.
Oof, this
Waiting
is...
for the map.
Yeah, this is taking a long time to build.
Everyone's busy off hanging out on Ryza.
Pretty much. Yeah, so not a whole lot came down in the news this week.
Nah.
Um,
They didn't want to compete with E3 news.
yeah, probably. Like, the only thing that they really announced over the last week was some weird partnership with a Razer uh, rewards program. And I mean Razer as in, like, the gaming peripheral company.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops. That's not good.
What?
Server login failed.
Uh-oh.
That was weird.
Technical difficulties noise.
Yeah. Alright, let's just try that again. Alright, well, that seemed to do it. Where the heck are you?
Still on a loading screen.
Oh, so you're still, okay. Oh, did you get booted or?
Not yet.
Huh, because I see you as offline. Weird.
Give it a second. maybe more than a second. You should probably edit this part out,
We'll see.
given that it's like a minute of nothing. Still loading for me. Oh, there we go.
All right. I'm still seeing you as offline.
Yeah, I'm logging in again now.
Oh, okay. Well, if we're lucky... Alright, there you go. Saw you log in.
Yeah, I'm back in now.
Are you in the map?
No, I'm outside of it.
Oh, okay.
Also,
Then, here,
add me to party again.
Yeah, I'll add you to the team. And then you should... When you... There you go. Alright, that worked.
Hey, that was some fun technical difficulties.
Yeah, that worked better than I expected it to. Alright. I'll just move on ahead while you're catching up.
Hey, there's some Borg.
Hey, those guys warped ahead and also they cloned themselves.
It's random Borg.
No, I mean, like, look at the allies.
Oh, wow. That's pretty funny.
Yeah. Oh, no, I was gonna say, I think it's pretty cool that they have one of each faction, but actually, no, they don't, which is now kind of a shame.
No dirty Klingons.
No, it's... Isn't that the Klingon one? I'm pretty sure that's the Klingon one.
That is the Klingon one.
Yeah, so there's 2 Klingon science destroyers and 1 Federation science destroyer.
Okay. Okay. There we go. Sorry, my game audio is a bit loud.
So, after the most recent event, I finally finished leveling up the T6NX.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to go and switch to flying this Breen ship that was like 2 winter events ago.
Something like that? Yeah. I never leveled that one up either.
It's actually really good. I actually like it a lot.
Yeah, I'm mostly just lazy.
Yeah, like for me, yeah, like I kept getting other ships and putting like a lot of my free and event ones off. And I just really need to sit down and level up a lot of my ships, especially since I don't actually think I have leveled up like I might not have leveled up any of the T6 temporal ships from pre-ordering the expansion.
You should probably use those.
I should probably use those, especially since some of them are actually like really good.
Also, you kind of paid a bunch of money for them.
Yeah. Like one of them is the regular universe version of the Paradox ship that I showed off a bit ago.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
And the Paradox was kind of a neat ship.
Yeah, I, by the way, leveled up that Sovereign. Didn't like as much as the Vengeance and went back to the Vengeance.
That's a shame.
I mean, it's not bad, but
Yeah,
it wasn't my style.
I think the Sovereign, like I don't. I'm pretty sure I don't have the T6 Sovereign, and I do need to fix that. Man, like in that last ship sale, there were a bunch of ships I was just about to buy, and I went like, I just can't afford that right now, and I'll get them next time. Because
And you
like,
have so many ships that you haven't leveled up yet anyway.
yeah. Also, I have so many ships that I still need to level up.
That is exactly how I talk myself out of buying video games most of the time. It's like, oh, I don't need to buy arms today. I'm still playing Uncharted. I started playing that Uncharted collection. I
Oh,
think
yeah?
we're on different maps.
Yeah, we're on different maps.
Are you fighting a bunch of Borg now?
Yeah,
Again, I should say.
yeah.
Nut bunnies.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
We are suffering from this problem once again.
Again.
Oh well.
Yep. But yeah, no, I bought that Uncharted collection for PS4 a while back, and finally started playing through it, and I beat the first Uncharted.
Nice. And
Which, goes back to us having watched Uncharted
yeah.
5 years ago.
It has been a while.
I don't... Like, it's not bad, but, like, the combat doesn't really hold up that well.
No, it doesn't really.
I'm on the second one now, and it's a little better because there's more stealth stuff you can do with it.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely a more refined game. Like whether it is better, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. No, it's not a terrible game or anything.
Yeah.
But I saw the trailer for that new one. I'm like, hey, that looks kind of neat. So I should probably catch up with the series. And by new one, I mean the DLC for 4.
Yeah. Like in all honesty, I would say that the thing that the Uncharted games have always been kind of good at is that they have always really kind of been a pretty good, like that type of story.
Mm-hmm.
And they are also a very good example as to why trying to make, like, they're a very good example as to why some stories work best in some mediums.
Mm-hmm.
They are cinematic to a fault.
Yeah.
I think
that's why when I hear, hey, we're making an Uncharted movie, I'm like, what's the point?
Like, they would have been better as movies.
Yeah.
Like, that whole franchise would have been actually pretty good movies if they had managed to film them like how you were meant to play the games.
Mm-hmm.
I think they would also have a little bit less gunplay in it, and I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like, those...
Yeah, they'd be along the lines
good.
of, like, National Treasure or... Sahara, or, obviously Indiana Jones, but set in modern day.
Yeah.
Hi, now we're here.
We're back on the same map, but...
You still have the thing where we can talk to people.
Pim says that he met someone from Temporal Investigations and he stole an artifact from them.
Ha!
Oof, lots of people we can talk to and stuff around here.
That's what these missions are always good at.
Yeah.
And thus far, I should say, been good about.
That's neat.
Oh, this dude's cool looking.
Yeah.
It's like the Shredder.
Yeah, they're. If I remember right, that actual armor piece is, I think it's like the Klingon Honor Guard armor.
Hmm.
I could be misremembering though.
Hey, can we use... No, we can't use floaters here again.
Sad.
It's like I still have mine equipped. I mean, to be fair, I had mine equipped for the entire last year. I don't use ground device much because I'm
Yeah.
lazy and barely ever do ground combat.
Like, also to be fair, considering very few of the like ground items give like any passive benefit. There's like, unless you are actually going to be clicking on them, there's not really any benefit.
Mm-hmm. So, there's a traveler you talk to, and they talk to the girl, the eye patch girl, lady. And at first, the one of them refers to her as Mister whatever, and she's like Miss, and there's actually a note that says author's note, not a typo. I'm willing to bet they probably got like, shouldn't it be Mister there? And you're like, you didn't play the first part. I like this dude's shades.
Yeah. His little dialogue bit is also real good. Or hers, actually, I think. I think they are actually implying that that is a girl.
I mean, she has a bust line, so maybe? Unless they're just playing with, gender tropes again. Yeah, this continues being great at having goofy character dialogue moments.
Yeah.
The guys who make this should get a Unity engine thing and make their own CRPG along the lines of Pillars of Eternity or something. Or what's that old game called? Baldur's Gate?
Something like that?
Yeah, it's a minor indie success back in the day.
Yeah.
I think it had a sequel that was okay too.
I don't know if you got that text box.
Mm-mm.
So after
Well, I
I
mean,
after I talked to the magistrate,
mm-hmm.
Burke was basically like, "Yeah, now you know why we brought you around because anyone else would have just punched her out."
Yes. I mean, that's what I would have done.
All right, so let's. How do we get up there?
Fly.
Actually, no. We'll just
Run
get
up
up.
the hill.
Yeah, we'll just get up this hill.
Yeah. Yeah, that works.
Works well enough.
Yeah. Tell me of the world that's about to kill us all.
I'm gonna go over here and fix their water supply.
Didn't we do that last time?
We did.
I hope we're getting plumber's wages here.
That water doesn't look healthy.
Just running around like freaking Mario. Yeah, I'm sure it's fine. Only kind of looks like sludge. Oh, hey.
Stuff to
Getting
shoot.
shot at. I think I already fixed the pump for you.
Yeah, I think we already. There we go. All right, and
It's down over here.
come on. Oof. Oof. Something was eating my frame rate. That's for sure.
I can't think of a normal, easy joke for that right now. Like all the easy targets have kind of been quiet recently, so
Ooh, what have we got over here?
it's actually amusing about E3 this year. No one really screwed up badly.
Yeah.
I mean, if anyone did, it was Bethesda, but still.
I guess.
I mean, they're talking about Skyrim 5 years later.
Twice.
3 times, actually. Nintendo brought it up, too.
Yeah.
But still, nothing along the lines of, like, you know, some of the hilarious bits that Ubisoft used to pull off a few years ago.
Yeah.
I was slightly disappointed.
But I mean, if you're gonna say that any of the conferences were making errors, like the one that was kind of weird was EA's, where they had like a lot of kind of unprepared people. Like it was really charming that they did it, but boy, some of that was. Ugh.
I literally don't remember much about EA.
Yeah, yeah. I don't.
Star Wars
I don't blame you.
and a bunch of sports crap I tuned out.
A lot, like they basically got a bunch of YouTube personalities.
Oh yeah, I remember that now.
Yeah, to be their presenters instead of actual PR people, and
Yeah, now I remember that.
like you, like man, it was like I think it was kind of
Yeah, I
neat
remember.
that they
Didn't one of the teleprompters break at some point?
something like that. Yeah, like man,
Yeah.
there were aspects of it that were like really neat and kind of charming, but also
Yeah.
like maybe they could have done a little bit more to prepare them.
Yeah, it's funny. I was realizing the other day, or actually, I guess yesterday. Time flows weird. Whatever.
Yeah, pretty much.
I actually get more out of E3 entertainment from like stuff Giant Bomb does and stuff Waypoint's been doing, like interviews and all that, than I do like game announcements.
Yeah, like the actual.
So I realized I'm like
that's not where I
looking at all
wanna
the videos and stuff from E3 I've been watching. It's like literally like 30 or 40 hours worth of stuff.
Yeah.
To go through.
Yeah, I've been slowly catching up through that as well. Like man, I started Giant Bomb's day one, like after hours thing, and even their edited version is 4 hours long, and that's cutting out their breaks.
Mm-hmm.
So like that whole show was probably something like 6 hours, and that is a pretty big chunk. But like they get some really cool people on there. Like I'm still about halfway through, and they've gotten some pretty neat guests on.
Yeah, I heard they got the lady from who's playing the main character in Battlefront 2. And
Yeah.
she's apparently pretty funny.
Yeah, I just got to that part.
And I'm assuming at some point they have history's greatest monster, Dave Lang.
Yes, they do. I think he's on day 3, along with like the rest of that crew.
Yeah, and the boys and John Vignacchi.
Yeah. No, I don't think it was boys. I think it was. I think it's. Well, maybe it was. I'd have to look.
Yeah, they usually have Adam Boyes, John Vignacchi, and Dave Lang because I think
It's usually Dave Lang, Johnny V, and John Drake.
Well, last year it was Adam Boyes, or last 2 years because
Yeah,
that's Adam Boyes was
true.
there when the phone incident happened.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Which was, I believe, 2 years ago now.
Which that was a heck of a thing.
That to me was hilarious.
Yep.
Probably not to Dave Lang. For anyone wondering, just to explain it real quick, guy got a little too drunk, accidentally tweet out his friend who happens to be a game developer's phone number on Twitter, and said phone became, basically useless.
Mm-hmm.
Anger and comedic hijinks ensued. Also, don't tweet someone's phone number. It's kind of a jerk move.
Yeah, it's kind of a jerk move.
Hey, what's your phone number?
It's you'll find out.
That's scary. I like how one of the responses for this is just "oh crap."
Also, like, I actually do kind of like how every single time a fight comes up out of a dialogue, it's like, come on, like we don't have to be doing this.
I mean, it's me, so yes, we do.
Sure.
Yeah, I need to go through a lot of that E3 stuff still.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I mean, like to be honest, for myself, like a lot of that stuff is like it is the extra stuff around the edges, like all the stuff about like what has been announced, what has been revealed, like that is stuff I've already basically caught up on.
Yeah, no, it's the interviews and stuff
Yeah.
like that. That's the more interesting thing to me. 'cause
Yeah.
honestly, most time, once I see the game announced, it's like, that's kind of enough for me.
Mm-hmm. And like, sure, there's some stuff that was like announced or previewed that I'm very, very interested in, but like the majority of them are still a long ways away. So I'm
And some of them are Mario and Rabbids.
some of the man that game went from
That's
being like that. That is a most surprising so far because like I'll be honest, when that game was leaked and rumored, and the way that
I was like,
the
yeah,
way
whatever.
the leaks were talking about it, I was like, I don't really feel like playing a Mario and Luigi game that has rabbits instead. You know? Like that's the kind of game it sounded like. And I was like very not interested in that. And then they revealed it's actually going to be a
XCOM game.
well, I know I mentioned this like to you at one point, but it's really more of a Shadowrun game
Yeah.
because, like, yes, the two of them have basically the same type of combat. Like, it is that movement point and action point system and everyone has skills, but like the difference between those two types of games is that like it's not just that like XCOM doesn't have characters, but like the whole strategic aspect of it is a major thing, and from the looks of it, you don't have that same kind of strategic layer in Mario and Rabbids. So it is more of a.
I also imagine it
Shadowrun
won't
type
be
game.
quite as hateful.
Yeah, probably not. But like some of the like new mechanics in it compared to like other XCOM likes are interesting. Like like one of the things that they did show off in one of those like I think it was like towards the end of the demo during the Ubi conference was if you have one of your characters run into an enemy, you do an attack and it doesn't end your turn. So they had one character run from cover into an enemy, run back to hit another character so that they got the jump bounce into cover behind that enemy and then shot it. Which
Yeah.
the strategic implications of what you can do with stuff like that is pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
And just it is, you know what, like in all honesty, both Mario games that were announced, like shown at E3 this year, are just absolutely bonkers and fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
Now, playing around with a replicator over here. Oh, and you seem to be on another map.
Yep.
Ah, oh well. Hmm.
It's hard to know where you are with this.
I just put down the barrier, and now I'm talking to the guys in the
Oh,
middle.
okay.
Yeah.
I really want to know why this glitch happens.
Yeah, it'd be really nice.
Like, is it something on our end? Is it something random, or is it something the mission maker has to do?
Hmm. All right. Let's. All right. Then I just got to the fight after that. Where are you at?
About the same.
Okay.
Or I just finished the fight after that.
All right. Definitely a lot of stuff to like poke and prod at. See what stuff the author has written in.
Yeah, there's a terminal with like a bunch of like information on other species that were here.
Mm-hmm.
One of which is the entry is just never again. I know I was making jokes compared to Unity, but we're kind of fighting God here, so maybe it's like a Shin Megami Tensei game.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. All right. Well, since there's really a whole lot to talk about here at the moment, is there anything you want to sort of chat about?
I don't know. I saw Wonder Woman last week. That was pretty
Oh
good.
yeah,
Yeah, DC finally made a decent live action movie.
well, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, good for them. I always found it a bit of a shame because, like, in all honesty, their animated stuff has been frequently very, very good.
Yeah, and so is their stuff on television.
Yeah, so, like, the fact that their live action movies continuously couldn't make it, although like, also some of them I did kind of enjoy more than some people.
Yeah, it's just it's not that like all their like the Nolan Batman stuff was good, but I mean since they have started their like cinematic universe type thing to try um to like how do I put it? Follow the Marvel thing. That hasn't been good thus far because I think they're first off they try to make it too dark and too serious when
Yeah.
like okay yeah you can do dark and serious Batman. Superman should never be dark and serious. Suicide Squad had more levity to it though, but it was and they were focusing too much on making a cinematic universe rather than making good movies that just kind of tie together, which is what Marvel did at first.
Yeah.
And from what I hear, that new Mummy movie they made has the exact same problem.
Well, it's not them.
No, I mean that's them, not them, but in this case, it was Universal who
Yeah.
made the Mummy movie. But, I mean, that has the exact same problem where it sacrifices so much to try to build this dark universe concept.
Yeah, to build its own like combined universe. Like that is kind of a problem. Like a lot of the look, both of the other people that are trying to do that are forcing it, which is like it's actually kind of a weird turn of things because like I'm not going to call myself a avid follower of DC and Marvel, but my impression of the two has always been that DC has structured itself such that like everything kind of revolves around the Justice League, even if it is not involving the Justice League. Like they write a lot of their stories with the understanding that that is a thing that really exists. Whereas Marvel builds individual stories and worlds and then somehow smashes things together into the Avengers when they need an event. And sometimes that's just super awkward because they write these stories independently of each other.
Yeah, they've been getting better about it over the last few years in the comics.
I have also been kind of getting the impression that Marvel has been doing better about making sure that their stuff flow together, but there's like even the ones that I have kind of followed still kind of suffer from like their history being structured in that way.
They also, the comics, I honestly, both comics, but I think Marvel's had it worse recently. They are way too into doing event stuff.
Yeah.
So where it just kind of derails everything else. Also, I'm at a point where I can beam back to my ship, so let me know when you're there.
Yeah, I'm beaming back right now.
Okay, cool. But yeah, that's the key thing is if you want to do that kind of thing with your movies, make a good movie and then find a way to tie it to something else, just, a small background thing.
Yeah.
Don't go, we need to make this complex universe thing.
Yeah. Like, it's just... And this was actually like one of the problems that sort of sprung up in the TV shows momentarily. It's that if you write... You need to write the story such that the appearance of another type of superhero isn't just going to throw things out of whack. Like
and the
Arrow managed to twist like to turn itself appropriately to like make sense in a world with the Flash, but
Arrow kind of actually embraced it at some point.
Yeah, they did, which was pretty cool. But weird. But like if Arrow and Flash had started at the same time and still worked the way that they had, like it would have not made a lot of sense because Arrow set itself up pretty distinctly to be like very grounded.
Yeah. And it's like when they tried to when they premiered Supergirl, trying to fit that in. Normal or hard?
I had picked hard because I figured you would.
Yep. I like that. Pym wants to man the helm. You're like, no, but I appreciate the initiative. But when they, started doing Supergirl, that wouldn't have worked with Arrow because the entire way Arrow and Flash work would just be totally out of whack in a world where Superman exists.
Yeah. And they did manage to bend both of them so that it was like so that it did end up making sense. Even if being part of a greater multiverse is fine. Yeah. Like even if right now it's still in a way that like it only makes sense because Supergirl is literally over there and the only way she can interact is if Flash brings her in. Which still which still brings the question of like, hey, maybe Flash should just ask Supergirl for some help with what's going on. But,
the intent is reaching holes in dimensions is probably not something you do unless you really, really need to.
Mm-hmm. Also, they have already set up the fact that there is another, like one of the other universes, like super hates Breachers, and are willing to go to their Earth to. to
Yeah.
prosecute them. Like, to be fair,
Yeah.
they haven't gone to their Earth to prosecute a breacher who never went to their Earth.
Mm.
But like, the fact still remains that they really, really don't like breachers and are very active about going out there and uh, messing with them.
Yeah. This is just general. A general ongoing theme of the Flash is you probably shouldn't mess with things that you shouldn't.
Yeah,
You know, that you
yeah,
don't have
pretty
control
much.
of.
That is actually a pretty consistent message of
Yeah.
this past season, which I still need to finish watching.
I do too. It's on Netflix now, so
Oh,
I
cool.
can just kind of blaze through.
Yeah,
it.
I just have like the last 2 episodes, I think. Yeah. I'm also like super interested in seeing how they're going to have the Legends of Tomorrow finale apply to everything.
Yeah, that's a good question too.
Because that's pretty neat. And like, in all honesty, I when they did the Flashpoint thing, and it's like, oh yes, stuff changed. I was like, I wonder how they're going to have that apply to the other
The other
shows.
shows.
And it actually turns out that they did, because I know, like, I think you were saying that you thought that it was just they're just going to reset things because it would make no sense for it to actually apply.
Yeah.
And they totally made it apply in a pretty cool way that I like that they did that. So it'll be kind of neat to see if they do a similar thing for next season. But like, I think it's also kind of strange because Legends of Tomorrow like ended its season so much earlier than the other shows. So I keep like waiting for that stuff to show up, and like, I know that if it is, it's not going to be this season. It's going to be like
No,
they're
it'll be next.
they're going to do like fake last time on to show what has changed, which that was the best way to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, when I realized that they had used those last time ons to put in like fake histories, which also, like, now that the next season of Arrow is going to be when their normal flashbacks would be the first season of Arrow.
They should do that. Just flashback to the first season of Arrow randomly.
Like, not only like flashback to the first season of Arrow, but like flashback to the first season of Arrow that has been changed by time travel. Oh. I see that you ended up on another map again.
Yep.
Did you deal with the jumper? Did you deal with the jumper?
Yes.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Oh, and that is the end.
I like how there's like you can straight up do a little fact thing here.
Yeah, that is actually pretty neat. All right, so yeah, these ones seem to be a separate thing for him, and SSF seems to be his main group of missions. So we are going to have to try and find out like the order of those, so we can start going through them.
Yeah. But yeah, it was good. Much like the other one.
All right, and did
All right, now back to vacation.
oh I think it didn't. Oh, whatever. The mission didn't start correctly for me, but whatever. That's fine.
Oh, so you didn't
Yeah,
finish
so
it?
it didn't actually finish. But
Sorry.
but that's fine. That was a pretty.
But we
cool,
showed it
yeah,
off.
that was
so,
a pretty
we
cool
have
mission.
evidence
Like,
that
and
you
I can
actually did
still,
it.
I can still, yeah, I'm back at the like my progression is still at the stops, still at the top, but whatever. I can stop that, and I can still give it a
I've had that happen too.
pretty cool rating.
You can still like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Actually,
Actually,
you can't.
I wish I could subscribe, to be quite honest.
Yeah, they should do
They
that.
should do that. They should do that.
Take a
Take
cue from YouTube.
that would make some of the Foundry search
Does that mean
issues.
like under every Foundry mission there'd be like one dude make a comment that says first?
No.
Yeah, we're rethinking this whole
Yeah,
subscribe
but
and
that's
making
but
it
that's
more like a
that's
social
commentary.
network, right?
That's not subscription.
That's true. I'm just saying, social networks are also terrible.
Yeah, kind of. But anyway,
Twitter was a mistake.
yeah, kind of. Anyway,
Follow me at no.
that'll be it for us for this week. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you all next time.
Bye, everyone.